Good morning. Leviticus chapter 25, beginning in verse 3. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord, thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather thee the grapes of thy vine undressed. For it is a year of rest unto the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, for thy servant, for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee, and for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in the land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. God instituted a Sabbath for the 7th year of reaping and sowing. They were not to sow and reap and harvest from their field. They could do it for up to 6 years, but when it came time for that 7th year, they was not to reap nor to sow. You say, what would they eat then? Well, God said you would eat from the increase of the land. You would eat what he provided for you. And it was going to be for the owner of the land, for the servant of the land, for the stranger of the land, and even for the animals and beasts of the land. God promised that year you didn't have to sow, you didn't have to reap, that he would provide all that they needed. And so, what is this telling us? What's the message for us today from this chapter? Well, God promised to provide for us. Hey, there's going to be times when we follow Jesus Christ that we're going to have to take up our cross and follow him. Hey, we're going to lose some opportunities for some jobs. We're going to lose friendships. We're going to lose all types of things. We may lose family. We may lose lots of different activities in our lives. But God said, leave those things behind and follow me. Take up thy cross and follow me. And what I see here is just a clear message to us that God is going to provide all of our needs. Don't worry about what we leave behind. Don't worry about what we have to give up. God is going to provide just like he provided for them. Not only did he provide enough for the owner, but for the servant, for the stranger, even for the animals, he would provide for them. And you say, well, if they didn't sow and reap on that 7th year, then how will they have food for the 8th year? Well, God promised during the 6th year, if you continue reading this chapter, he would provide enough for 3 years, for the 6th year, for the 7th year, and for the 8th year. And that's when they would begin to reap and sow and reap again. And so let this just be a reminder to us that God has promised to provide for his people. He will provide for you. You stay faithful and you keep following the Lord Jesus Christ.